Sahur.
In the heart of Taneas City, where neon lights pulsed like heartbeats and every street corner had its own rhythm, there lived a yellow robot with glowing blue eyes and a soul made of sound. His name was Garnold, and he didn't just love music. He was music. Garnold wasn't flashy. He didn't have wings or lasers or holographic displays. He was simple, smooth, calm. But when he moved, the world moved with him. A tap of his foot became a snare. A spin of his body turned into a synth riff. A blink of his eyes. That was a shimmer of reverb, echoing through the alleyways. But Garnold never made music alone. Every evening, as the sun dipped behind the skyline and the city lights flickered on, he would make his way to their secret place, an abandoned rooftop above the old record store. It wasn't fancy. The floor was cracked, the walls were covered in graffiti. One corner even had a leaky pipe that dripped in perfect 4/4 time. But to them, it was sacred ground. Their studio, their stage, their home. That's where they all met. First came Layla, wild hair, barefoot, always carrying 3 synths slung over her shoulder, guitars. She didn't read sheet music. She didn't need to. She played by feeling, by memory, by heartbeat. When she pressed a key, it wasn't just a note. It was a story, a laugh, a tear. Then came Bassett, a hulking, chrome-plated robot with subwoofers built into his chest. He didn't talk much. He didn't need to. His footsteps were bass lines. His laughter, a deep, rumbling drop that made windows shake. He carried a giant, dented bass guitar that he found in a dumpster, and somehow it sounded better than anything in a music store. Next was Clicka. Tiny, fast, covered in blinking LEDs. She was the beat, the rhythm, the metronome with soul. Her fingers flew across drum pads like lightning. She could turn a trash can, a lamppost, or even a puddle into a full percussion set. She never sat still, not even for a second. The beat stops, she'd say. The world stops too. And last, but never least, was Tox. Dark, quiet, good always, eyes always watching. He didn't join them right away. He watched from the shadows for weeks, months, maybe. One rainy night, when Layla's sound short-circuited and Bassett's string
patipum.
snapped, Tox stepped out
Bukan
of the room,
sembarangan
played a
este.
single note.
Brr,
Heavy.
este.
It filled the silence. It held them together. From that night on, he was one of them. Together, they called
Brr,
themselves the
este
Sprunki.
patipum.
No
Bukan
genre,
sembarangan
no
este.
limits.
Brr,
One night,
este
they turned the
patipum.
rooftop into a jazz lounge. Layla on keys, Clicka on brushes, Garnold swaying like a walking bass line, Tox adding smoky
Brr,
undertones from the
este
corner.
patipum.
Another night, full-on electronic rave,
Brr,
Bassett shaking
este
the floor with
patipum.
drops, Clicka triggering samples from her wristband, Garnold spinning in circles with light trails behind him, Layla screaming into a vocoder like a digital siren. Sometimes they didn't even plan what to play. They'd just start. One note, one beat, one look, and suddenly, magic. People began to notice. At first, it was just a few curious faces peering up from the street, then a crowd, then a line around the block. They didn't advertise, didn't stream, didn't sell tickets. The music just called them, like gravity. One night, a famous producer climbed the fire escape, offered them a contract, a studio, fame.
La, esok sekolah.
They laughed. "We already have a studio," said Layla, kicking a soda can that Clicka immediately turned into a hi-hat. "We already have fame," said Bassett, pointing at the
Cepat
crowd
banget,
below, dancing in the rain. "We already have fortune," said Garnold, his eyes glowing brighter than ever.
Esok
"We have each other."
sekolah. Cepat
But not
banget.
everything was easy. One winter, the city shut down the block for renovations. No more rooftop, no more graffiti walls, no more leaky pipe metronome. They were heartbroken. For 3 days, no one met, no one played. The city felt quieter, colder, until Garnold had an idea. He sent a single pulse, a low, rhythmic beep, through the city's old speaker system. Just 3 notes. repeating. Layla heard it in her sleep. Clicka heard it while fixing her drum pads. Bassic heard it in the hum of his charging station. Even Tox heard it in the silence. They followed the sound, not to the rooftop, to the subway tunnels, abandoned, echoing, perfect. That night, under flickering lights and dripping pipes, the Sprunki crew played their loudest, rawest, most beautiful song yet. The acoustics, unreal, the energy, electric, the crowd, bigger than ever, like people crawling through vents, climbing down ladders, dancing on tracks. The city tried to stop them, again. But you can't stop music that's alive. You can't silence a heartbeat. You can't erase a family. So they kept going. Yeah. From rooftops to tunnels, from parks to parking garages, from empty malls to floating barges on the river. Wherever they went, music followed. And wherever music went, people came, not to watch, to feel. Years passed. Layla built her own synth from scrap metal and dreams. Bassic got his own signature bass model, the Thunderback. Clicka started a school for street percussionists. Tox? He finally took off his hood on stage. The crowd didn't cheer. They held their breath. Then, they danced harder than ever. And Garnold? He never changed. Still yellow, still calm, still glowing. But now, when he walks through the city, people don't just hear music, they see it. In the way shopkeepers tap their counters in rhythm. In the way kids beatbox while waiting for the bus. In the way streetlights flicker in time with distant bass lines. Because Garnold didn't just make music. He made a movement, a feeling. A world where sound isn't something you buy or stream or download. It's something you share, something you build, something you live. And every evening, no matter where they are, no matter how far apart life takes them, the Sprunki crew still meets, sometimes on a rooftop, sometimes underground, sometimes just in their hearts. They press play, they close their eyes, they let the first note ring out, and just like that, the city dances again, because music never left. It was always here, waiting for friends, for dreamers, for Garnold, and the ones who dared to play with him.
Esok sekolah! Esok sekolah! Cepat banget, anjay. Perasaan baru aja libur kemarin. Sudah sekolah lagi. Hai, malas sekali. Esok sekolah! Cepat banget, anjay. Perasaan baru aja libur kemarin. Sudah sekolah lagi. Hai, malas sekali. Esok sekolah! Cepat banget, anjay. Perasaan baru aja libur kemarin. Sudah sekolah lagi. Hai, malas sekali. Esok sekolah!